At Adventurers 250.
This is our 69 hour. Did I get it right?
No jokes. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, 69! Woo!
69!
Still very much go. It's 250 altogether. So just a few things before we start. This performance, like all of our performances, is a relaxed performance, so that means you feel bad about you have to choose to any sounds or movements or things like just for anyone who's like in a wee too silent, that feel like any time. If you do want to leave at any point, please do just get out. Just keep the matter and stuff.
I'm gonna like tweet this.
Come back in whenever you want.
Come back in. Well.
It'll be from problems with the lights, so the lights should stay like this. If you do go out at any point, I'm really sorry.
They won't go out entirely. We've still got the rig. It's just the lights in the actual room that might.
Yeah, they're just gonna.
And Kat knows how to fix it.
It's like sunset and sunrise, very tight. So I'll pass over to Leo, who is our team for the hour. Enjoy.
Hello!
Oh.
Hi. I think you're the first person to say hello back to me.
No one ever says hello back to you.
No. As you said, my name's Leo. I'm going to be the games master for this hour and until 10 o'clock, so for the next 2 hours.
Me too.
If you don't know how this works, this is a tabletop role-playing game, which means that... Oh, you do know how this works. The 4 people... You don't, okay. Well, for yourself, the 4 people on the left and right here have individual characters in this fantasy world that they're going to be playing, interacting with the world, talking to allies and friends and fighting enemies and monsters. I am playing all of those, the rest of the world, even the weather systems sometimes. And just to mediate between the 5 of us, we use dice just to see, try and keep it fair, or hilariously unfair, depending on the situations. Like at the beginning of this session, somebody stole someone else's cloak, which was quite funny.
And they were a ticketed player, so that person is not getting it back.
No. Just to recap you on the story, the players here are crew members on the scientific research vessel, the Spirit of the Horizon, which on a expedition awakened an ancient evil god, as you do, and then they cast an unknown spell to try and get away from it. Which throng them across reality, and they find themselves, they know not where, although they're pretty sure it's a different universe. They're questing across the world to try and get the magical abilities in the form of a stone tablet to get back home, making friends, fighting monsters, making enemies in a couple of cases.
A few of those.
Which brings us to what happened last hour. In the last hour, we had a massive pitched battle on the Spirit of the Horizon as they came down from talking to the Queen of Lunes, the Queen of the Tides, called Abalzim. They came to find that the pirate Salty Jen had taken over their ship and hung a dead body from the main mast at the front. Yeah, it was pretty gruesome. She turned out to be a hag. She wasn't this beautiful wench that everybody saw. She was actually this wizened, blue-skinned, evil creature. Our commander, Relora, whom you'll meet in a moment, teleported them up 500 feet in the air to try and save her crew.
500 meters.
Feet.
Oh, is it?
It's feet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's 500 feet.
Oh.
That's all right. It's not quite half a kilometre. It's quite far. She teleported them up 500 feet into the air, and in an effort to save her crew. And then Salty Jen did something very nasty and flamey to her with magic and teleported away using her own abilities, leaving Relora to fall from about 300 meters in the air. And so in response to this, Relora cast Featherfall on herself so that she could float gently back down. The rest of the crew remain in pitched battle with this one last remaining member of Salty Jen's Honor Guard. Before we get to that, though, we should meet everybody. Starting from the left there, tell us your name, your character's name, and what you do on the ship. What would distinguish you from the rest of the players?
Hello, my name is Johnny. I am playing Alistair Von de Comte. He is a dwarven bard. He's not very dwarfy dwarf. He is a writer, a poet, a lover of women, and an all-round swell guy.
He tries.
I'm Naomi. I'm playing Brina Froddle. She is a gnome wizard, which means she is very, very short, and she is also very, very panicky. This was going to get a bit better for her, and she seems to be a lot calmer than she normally is. I don't know how much longer that will last, considering the last she was in, she was teleported away from this battle. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm Chloe. I'm playing Relora Ellenvol, who is the relatively recently promoted commander of this ship. Before she was a translator, they don't have a very strict naval ladder.
The Admiralty's not about.
Yeah.
So
It's another universe, really.
yeah, anything goes.
And she's doing her damnedest to protect her crew, but is really not sure about her life choices at this present moment in time.
Relora Ellenvol having a hell of a fall.
No.
And yourself?
Hi, I'm Ollie. I'm playing Carl the Cook. Carl the Cook means well, he really does, but he gets scared a little bit. So I'm currently hiding up in the crow's nest with my mate. What's his name?
Aladdin.
Sorry,
Aladdin.
not necessarily my mate Aladdin. I don't know.
Aladdin. No, he's
Oh,
a
my
fellow
mate
crew
Aladdin.
member.
You
He's
just
a fellow
slapped
crew
him in the
member.
face.
But he last you saw vaulted over and started climbing down to the.
Yeah, I'm not a very good cook. That's also the other thing.
Aladdin is the ship's sort of eyes up in the crow's nest. That's his job. Elf, wood elf. Cool. So Brina, you are teleported down below decks.
Book it right up the stairs.
You are teleported down below decks, and you see scores of people. Some of them your friends who you recognise, tied up, gagged, going. But you just book it past them. You just
no,
run
I feel so
past
bad.
them.
I should have untied them. Never said it.
Run up the stairs. You hear this as the ship rocks a little bit. You can clearly feel a battle going on upstairs. As you come out onto the main deck, you see Alistair with his signature illusion on. Alistair likes to make his head look twice as big as it is, which is quite apt, really. That's the first time I've realised that.
I'm sure.
And he's in close combat with this member of an honor, this pirate. Meanwhile, Carl is up in the crow's nest. You can't see Relora anywhere, and one of the Marines. Yeah. Where is she? One of the Marines, Scorchflame, is down on the gangplank, guarding the whole situation, making sure that nobody comes onto the ship.
Okay, I'm going to see the guard attacking Alistair, and I'm going to literally immediately chromatic orb acid damage. Go for it. If it's
Sure.
my turn.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll an attack roll.
Right, so I summon this little pebble of green, acid green. That's 7, but my spell attack is 7, so that's 14.
14 will hit. Roll your damage.
Lovely. So that's, I cast it at first level, so that's because I didn't declare, so that's pretty fair.
It's a D8, I believe. It's 3D8.
Oh, it's a D8, isn't
Yeah.
it? 3, 10, 17. 17 acid damage.
Describe. Here you are. Describe the attack for us.
So immediately, just without no finesse whatsoever, just get to the bottom, top of the stairs, wheels around, sees outside, goes, ah! And just goes.
And this
straight
green
there.
pebble just comes out of her hand and splashes all over the pirate, and it starts to sizzle and eat away at his armour. Alistair, you see Brina come to help. Brina, oh no, never mind. I've got it here.
14.
Yeah.
Sorry, is Brina super old?
No. I'm 35.
Okay.
I'm not super old.
Well, are you 35 or are you the equivalent of 35 for a
I'm the
gnome?
equivalent of 35 for a gnome.
Yes. So
Okay, so like middle age.
she's about 70,
Okay.
but gnomes
Does she
live
look
longer.
35?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I look like an adult.
Okay, cool.
To most.
But she will have lived for 70 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas, what are you? You're halfling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you live slightly longer than humans as well.
Cool, okay.
So ever so slowly. Dwarves do, as do half elves. Everybody's got an elongated. You get an extended lifespan. Fantasy realms. So, Alistair, I believe it would be your turn then.
I turn to Bruno and I thank her. I go, thank you, darling. And then I'm
Get on with it!
And then I'm going to slap this guy with a vicious mockery.
So it went so well last time.
Sure. What do you say to him?
When he gets splashed with the acid damage, I'm just going to turn to him and go, burn!
No.
And you're right, that literally hurts him. Roll the psychic damage he takes.
1.
Is it not plus anything plus your charisma modifier? Or it's just D4?
It is.
Okay.
Vicious mockery. I will double check.
That's fine, double check, yeah. He cringes as a sight, and you can see that literally hurt his brain to hear. Okay, it is now his turn, so he's going to come and tag you, and he's going to miss. No, he's actually, he's actually going to run. Yeah, he's going to run. He runs over the gangplank, he sees that it's currently being guarded, and he just vaults over into the water. It's not?
It's not, but they have disadvantage on their next turn.
That's right, okay. Sure. He vaults over into the water,
But it does double
splashes
at
into
this
the...
level.
True, because you're 7th level. Sure, roll another d4 then.
Sorry, guys.
It's not going to kill him.
Mechanics.
3.
So that's 4 total, and he's got disadvantage on
You
the
got him
next
to
turn.
half health, well done. He jumps over into the harbour, splash, and begins to just swim away. Swim away! And all of the rest of the honor guard are now running away. Can I get insight checks from everybody on the main deck? That's not Relora.
Yeah, that's not
I rolled
real.
a 20.
Critical success!
That one, so that's
I
one.
got
I got a 16.
a 5.
Can I get a perception check, Brina? 16.
Yeah.
Can I get a perception check from you as well, please?
Dice don't fail me now. But okay, perception's
Oh.
15.
4.
4. Okay, you don't see this.
Okay.
What you do glean, Carl.
Carl doesn't clean a lot, does he?
But gleaning is the insight.
Yeah.
Perception is the seeing.
Okay.
So what you glean from the way these guys are running, it's a tactical retreat. Obviously,
Okay.
none of them want to die. They're not here. They're not here for that.
Sure. Okay.
But they are swimming all in the same direction, and they're swimming towards a ship that is moored just out of port, between the Lunes port and Port Trouble.
Right. I don't see the ship.
A lot has happened in 68 hours.
Yeah.
Port Trouble's this like shanty town full of reprobates. It's where all the crime happens.
Brina, what you see as you look over to this ship is the words written on its hull, Vicious. This ship is called the Vicious. And you think you see on its deck a flash of teleportation magic.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's a disaster.
Is Carl saying this out loud?
Carl just
Everything,
mutters under
I
his
feel like everything that I say is in character. Carl
Okay.
is
Now,
You
knowing,
might regret that later.
don't say that. Now, knowing what's happened in the past few hours.
Don't metagame.
No, but I was there.
You weren't. You were down on
I was
below
there
the
when we
hull.
talked to the Queen.
Oh, right. Yeah, that.
Yeah. Can I discern if they might have any of our technology over there?
Make a perception check.
That is a critical fail.
Nope. You cannot discern that.
What
Fine.
technology might they have?
So the Spirit of the Horizon has
Oh, okay.
gunpowder.
Which they know.
Oh, we have
Gunpowder
gunpowder.
level technology. You're not talking musketeers and rifles, but you do have large cannons and you do have swivel guns.
We have nothing to work them with.
But recently, all your gunpowder was stolen,
Right. Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool.
and people are desperately like your allies, the people you've allied with, the government of Lunes on the Truck and Caldera. They weren't pushy about it, but they really wanted you to share the technology with them.
Yeah.
There we are. No, you don't see that.
No.
What would the party like to do? We're now out of combat situation, but if you want to leave
Can I look for
the music up for a minute.
Can
Yeah,
I look?
I'm guessing Relora doesn't know we're out of combat.
No.
Okay, she's
Relora is floating down.
To be honest, Relora, the next thing she was going to do was take her other potion of greater healing. So
Sure.
she should do that.
Where's Relora?
She teleported, and I haven't seen
Did
her.
anyone see her?
Can someone help me down?
You just hear this shout from up on the crow's nest.
How high up is the crow's nest?
About 80 feet. 80 to 100 feet. Between there.
Just
I
come
can
down
climb
the
on my
way
own, I'll be fine.
Climb down.
I want to know. I want to get to know. What's his name?
Aladdin.
Aladdin. I want to get to know Aladdin. I assume that I know him, but I don't know.
You will,
him.
yeah, you will have.
Yeah.
You know of him, but you guys work on different parts of the ship.
Cool.
You would never have spent a protracted amount of time with each other, unless
I want to
you,
get chatting.
unless you hang out with him in the pub. The pub.
I think I see him around.
The
I mean,
embassy.
So, along the way, one of the first allies they made was this Maguro, this bird-type man, bright feathers, red and yellow feathers, called Plumage, who established himself as the ship's official ambassador. When it became apparent that these guys were from a different reality, and he set up an embassy, but really it's a pub. Like, really all he's doing is selling alcohol. Also recently, due to a conversation with the amazing Dench and I forgot his name, Eldor the archaeologist, Plumage has now decided that his name is potassium nitrate.
Cool. Okay, that's fine.
He now
likes
calls
the
himself.
sound.
He likes the sound of potassium nitrate.
I'm gonna
so,
write.
yeah.
What's the guy's name again? Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Aladdin. Sorry,
I
I'm
would
gonna
like
write it
to-
down.
you want to spell it?
Try and message Relora and ask where she is.
It's not gonna...
Okay, you attempt, but you feel that the spell fails.
How long have I been in the air, and what can I see of the ship?
At this point, you've been in the air for maybe 30 seconds, just floating down.
Can I see anything on the ship?
Make a perception check for me.
That's a 21.
Yeah, you can see 4 figures on the ship. All you see is you see the very big head of Alistair. That's the first thing you see. Then just moving about, you think you can spot Brina. You see Carl and Aladdin. And then just off the ship on the other side of the gangplank, you can see Scorchflame the Marine.
I can't see any signs of fighting.
No, they all seem to be hanging around. Alistair and Brina exchange a couple of words.
Can I shout down to Scorchflame? Send word to the guard, send word to the Queen, tell them Avanda's here, Avanda's body's here, and we need someone over here now.
Yeah, the dead body that they lashed to the front of the ship was the captain of the guard. So Scorchflame runs off and grabs a guard to tell him this. As you watch, the Vicious begins to set out towards open seas. It does not head back to Port Trouble.
I go, ooh! And then
You
go
spot
to
the Vicious as well.
I go to the
I spot the
captain's
Vicious.
cabin and start banging on the door.
I would
really
like to follow
loudly.
him to the captain's cabin, push
Can
him
I-
away, and then whisper something under my breath and go in and shut the door behind me.
Okay, can you roll a strength check for me first, please, Alistair?
Natural 20.
No!
So the moment you bang on, Golan wakes up with a start. He's like, "What's happened? What's been going on?" And then Brina comes in.
Yeah, I'm going to shut the door behind me and go,
Can I
right,
put my foot in the door?
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
12 plus 5. Yeah,
I was literally
17. I know, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as the door crushes against your foot. But yeah, your foot's in the door.
I promise, but I
Brina, would you notice, Brina, that it hasn't actually closed?
No, I wouldn't. I'm in a blind panic.
Yeah.
Okay.
As is her wont.
Relora's gone. The ship was just attacked. I don't know how you slept through that, but okay.
The ship was attacked?
The ship was attacked, but we're okay.
It's okay, Charles,
It's
it's
sailing
okay.
off. It's sailing off that.
You said that.
It's sailing off that way. Relora's not here. What would you like us to do?
Should we go after them?
They're sailing out into open sea. They're not heading back to Port Trouble. It was salty.
Where's Relora?
I tried
She
to do that in South
teleported
Wales.
away with a hag.
At this point,
and,
can I
Where's the crew?
flash up the
Alice.
crow's nest? Relora's slowly
I'm
floating
speaking
down. I
to
grab
the
her
back.
and pull her into the crow's nest.
How-
Or are you wanting to go to the floor?
Am I close enough?
Is she close enough? I'm
Yes.
asking.
Yeah, okay,
Cool.
yeah, sure.
Okay, so you
Can I just, as I was floating down, because she was figuring out what to, she also cast Cure Wounds on herself
Okay.
because she was
At
kind
what
of
level?
worried. Low level because she's feeling okay.
Okay,
So that's
1d8 plus your charisma modifier.
Oh, that's 13.
Oh, that's good.
That gets her. She's back to full health.
So Alistair said something, so I'm going to assume I know he's there.
Yes, I'm going to slightly push through.
What did you say?
Oh, I forget what I say.
What did you say?
I just
You
missed
said
it.
something like, no, was it we should go after them or we shouldn't go after them? I can't, it was something.
Oh no, I was saying that Relora teleported with a hag into the air.
Oh, yes.
I don't know where she is.
Okay, thank you for telling us that. Can you go down and untie our crew?
I can certainly try.
Thank you.
I can back away.
And the door just clicks shut.
And I
thank
limp
you.
off
I
down.
want to be chatting at the top of the crow's nest, and I think I'm going to turn to Relora and I'm going to be like, I think maybe we should go get our gunpowder.
Okay.
I saying to Carl, we don't. Apparently, it was used by some of the Komodo. They blew things up. We don't know where to get more gunpowder. And then
okay,
I
cool.
say,
That was 4 hours ago.
Ah, cool, okay.
Um,
Okay,
I-
That's fine.
I say it's fine, Carl.
I've just been cooking.
You weren't to know.
No, I've been cooking.
I need to get to the captain.
Okay,
And,
go.
and I go down, and as I go down, I just shout out thank you. I don't say what for,
Thank
but
you.
it's generally for
Can you
being
make
part of that fight.
an acrobatics check, please?
Sure. Whew.
Do I run into her on the deck?
Oh my god.
Have you fallen again?
Oh no.
Rolled a 1.
In your blind panic,
That's a
you
critical
jump
fail.
out of the crow's nest.
Makes sense.
You've never. Has Relora ever been up in
Wait.
the crow's nest?
Is Featherfall still active?
You came to the ground,
That doesn't stop it
so
necessarily.
I don't.
It's a time thing.
is a time
I think
thing.
it's a
I
time
will
thing.
look it up.
And I think she was so.
And you just
Uh,
start
she
feather
didn't-
falling
yeah.
again
So, yeah, cool.
down to the deck.
We didn't really pull her into the crow's nest. She kind of just floated. We
this
had a little
this
chat. and then
exchange
she-
happened as she floated by. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a lot going on. Alistair, you go down into the deck and you see pretty much the entire crew just tied up
I go.
and
Oh,
locked under.
hello. I draw out my dagger and I start cutting vines.
Make a dexterity check for me.
Oh, it's a critical fail.
Oh god damn it.
Who did I
He's got
kill?
a killer crew member.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
start
no,
choking as he tightens them.
Featherfall does end when you land for future reference.
Okay, well I'll take the damage.
Sure, we'll come
Yeah.
back to you in a
I
moment.
won't react to it.
I reckon.
As you slide your knife in to
Can I
cut the
show
rope,
you?
you realise you
Sure.
actually
Sure.
just
Sure.
stabbed the
Sure.
person and you
Sure.
decided to
Yeah,
stop.
I might, yeah.
It was one of the Marines that we haven't met yet.
It won't.
I put
Something
her.
like that.
It won't
I'm
help
so
you.
sorry.
And then you take a long time over it. You're like really slowly cutting.
I mean, I'm
the
coming
rope.
down
Trying
anyway,
to
so-
dab his wound.
So, if she's falling,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and save her. I'm gonna like grab one of the ropes and just boom. Well, I was gonna try and do to Salty Gem, but I couldn't because I was
Dun,
too
dun,
scared.
dun, 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 dun. Roll an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you've got plus 10.
18.
18. So you jump out of the crow's nest, and the rigging wasn't where you thought it was. I'm guessing Relora's never actually been up in the crow's nest.
Nope. Never.
And you let out a little whelp as you start going, and then out of nowhere, this halfling just swings from the other side. Ah!
I don't really know what I'm doing. It's kind of more about, oh god!
It's instinct. It's like, ah! And you just catch her
With my legs.
With your
This
legs.
is also impressive because I am over twice your height.
No, I was coming to that. Can I get a strength check, please?
Ah, that would be it.
Just bat you to the ground.
Well, let's hope not.
Wait, what's my strength? Sorry.
Your strength is it's -1, but that's
14?
Yeah.
14. Okay, you just managed to hold on to her as you very unceremoniously come back around the mast and slam into some rigging. Can I get one last dexterity check from the both of you to
Yeah.
try and hold on to the rigging?
18 plus.
6.
I tried so hard, man.
I'm not allowed to be
22.
at a height anymore.
And that was a low DC, Chloe. 22.
Yeah.
You knew what was going to happen because you had the movement mapped out in your head. You're like, and just grab onto the rigging very quickly and start heading down if you like. Laura,
I'm going down
however,
to the-
starts tumbling down the rigging.
Cast Featherfall again.
It's not.
To be honest, I don't think she's got the presence of mind right now. I'm
Not-
gonna do it
You're
honestly.
going to land in the sea
That's
probably
fair.
anyway, so...
No, it's going to land on the deck.
Oh, okay.
She rolls down to the edge of the rigging and then falls the remaining 30 feet to the deck.
I've come down 500 feet. If I only fall 30, that's
This is
a
a win, net
That's a
win.
success, yeah.
Taking 8 points of bludgeoning damage as
Sure.
you just
Do we hear that?
onto the deck.
Fine.
You.
Now that I've landed, can I cast my healing thing? Just because Sorry.
Sorry, what?
Oh,
my gosh, healing.
take his potion.
Yeah, that's so. If you roll 4d4
For,
and add 4.
Those ones,
Roll a
it's the number
perception
on the
check for me,
bottom.
please.
On the bottom, okay.
Yeah.
Can you roll
So
one for
one.
golden as
Okay.
well? Because I feel like. Oh, that's
Four.
14.
Oh,
Yeah,
seven.
so you hear a
One more.
outside and you look out
So
and
9
Reloria's
plus
just
4,
lying
13.
Oh,
So you
on
get
the
30
deck.
back.
She's back! Stay here!
Oh, good. Relora has the con then. I'm very
yeah,
confused.
Alistair said she
Wait,
teleported
wait. Is there anything for me to hit? And he grabs his maul.
I will come and get you if there are things to hit. Don't hit me.
You better.
Please.
I'm not going to hit you. I've never hit you, Brina. I'm not going to hit you. And as he stands there, the head of his maul is literally bigger than your head.
Okay, thank you, Captain. I'll see you later. And I run out and I slam the door
Puts it
behind
back
me.
down. Cool. Relora, Brina comes running out of the captain's cabin.
Yeah, I'm
Carl
getting
is
to my
there
feet.
as well. Alistair is still down below decks trying to cut through some ropes.
Can I roll?
Just going around systematically
Slashing
slashing.
crew members.
I'm a mark you.
Yes, I'm fine, Brina. Where is she?
She transported back to her ship, and I'll point to the Vicious.
And the Vicious is now like a good kilometre away from you. It's heading out towards sea.
Okay, I run to the captain.
I just spoke to him. He said you're in charge.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We don't have to go after it, Relora. We don't.
But okay.
The crew are downstairs. They're tied up. They don't seem to have killed anyone. They don't seem to have anything of ours, although I can go and look around. But
Right. Is there anything we can do to track their ship? Is there any kind of magic that we can use to keep a track of where they are, where she is?
nothing I have.
Prepared.
Nothing I have. Nothing I know.
We can't, I don't think we can follow. She's too. The things she was doing.
I'm going to start working on dinner.
Sure, what are you making?
Did you not?
Something comforting, please, Carl.
some fish soup.
Fish soup.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's comforting.
And I go under, and now that's what I'm doing.
You walk past Alistair, who's desperately trying to cut everyone out,
I go,
Laura.
little help.
and he just
I
ignores
just
you.
know I nope.
We don't have to go after her right now. It might not be the time. We don't know where she's going.
She fixed a dead body to the front of our ship.
It's abandoned.
I don't see how if we don't go after her, I don't see how she doesn't come back for us. How are we ready for that?
We'll have to find our gunpowder. We'll have to make some gunpowder.
Then, well, the best that the people in Lunas, the Queen, they mentioned the Meguro, but I don't know.
Well,
Have you found out the map? The map, Brina, you were
I
looking at
have.
the map.
I've had no time to look at the map. Alistair has it, but I'll go find him and get it and help him untie the crew. So I'm going to run downstairs to Alistair.
You're going to run downstairs to Alistair.
I'm down there.
He's
Hands covered in blood going, Brina, I don't know what happened.
and there's a marine just lying there, furious, like absolutely furious, still alive, but just, and she's staring up at him like, you son of a.
Alright, can I roll and
And he's cut two or three other people out, but there's
Trying
like
to help.
there's a good 2 score left untied.
Can I see Olmorn?
You can see Olmore.
Is he tied up?
Yes.
Right,
I'll see to it, don't worry.
No! I'm going to take out my small knife, which is not a dagger, it's a small knife. And I'm going to try and cut Olmorn free.
Yeah, sure.
What am I rolling?
Dexterity.
Oh, okay.
You're a gnome.
+2 though. No, 7.
7's enough. He's not like it's resisting or
Okay,
anything.
cool.
He just, Alistair rolled a critical failure. So you ungag him first, and he's like, "Good lord, girl, what's going on?"
Salty Jen took over the ship, as I'm sure you know. It's fine.
Pirates.
She's teleported away. She's on a ship called the Vista. She's gone away.
At
Relora's
this
a bit
point-
panicked. I think we're gonna do I think we're gonna try and find some gunpowder. Could you go and heal the marine that for some
Yeah.
reason Alistair stabbed?
He runs over, and he mutters under his breath to his god Uazo. He goes, "The lads heal you, the lads heal you." And this golden. I'm doing an impression of another player. This is why they're giggling.
It's quite accurate.
It's pretty
And this
good.
golden light covers the wound, and the marine breathes a sigh, and she's like, "I'm never letting that one near me again." And she just pulls out a knife out of her boot and goes to start cutting other people free.
Thank you.
Well, I think
Have you
my
still
one-
got your minor illusion up?
Oh yes.
So the big head.
Yeah. I think my
Olmorn's
work
like,
is-
"For God's sake, Alistair, will you stop messing around?"
I look humbled and drop the illusion. I make it look half his size.
Oh,
Very small head.
tiny little head. Can you just roll a dexterity check with and add 3 for me on top of your dexterity?
Is this for dinner?
Yes.
I think maybe.
I do still need to get the map off Alistair.
What is that? Is it?
So that's a 9 because
Okay,
the
cool. So that's
doctors
a 12.
and
A 12
Like after.
with
yeah.
proficiency as well?
with proficiency.
Yeah, I said
Okay,
dex check plus 3.
Oh, okay, so that would be
15?
16.
15, 16.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a good fish
The
soup.
first time in a
It's
while.
not your best work that you've done, but for heaven's sake, you just fought a scary magical pirate hag, and that face flashes across your memory again, and you wince as you're cutting up one of the fish. And don't think about it. Concentrate on the food. We told you it would happen. Concentrate on the food. It's pretty good. It's
Cool.
almost done.
done. Okay, it's not done.
No.
Okay.
We'll go back to Brina and Alistair.
Alistair, give me the map, please.
All right. Didn't Dretch have it or
No, I
whatever
gave it
his
to you.
name was? Oh.
Dench.
Dench.
The amazing Dench.
The amazing Dutch.
There we go.
Thank you. I'm now going to take this back to the top deck to Relora,
Sure.
while I'm assuming Almorn and this marine have it under control down.
Brina comes up with this piece of paper that is literally as big as she is.
I'm just like, it's not I'm carrying it, I'm like dragging it up the stairs.
I get it to lay it out simply on the deck. I don't even think about finding a table or something proper. So we lay it out, and
Read it.
yeah, I
Survival check. If you're going to try and look for, what are you looking for?
Minara Jam, where
Yep.
the Maguro are.
What's that?
You'll see.
They have the closest thing to our technology in terms of weapons.
Cool. Okay.
Well, no, not weapons.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
in terms of
Technology.
Technology.
Yeah.
I only rolled a 9.
plus in total.
Yep.
Can I look as well?
Yes, you can. Survival.
13.
13. It does take you a good 30 seconds or so.
And whilst we're doing it,
Scanning the map.
can I just say that I'm saying out loud, Sabrina, look for Minara Jam, and I'm messaging psychically, please, I don't know what we do.
I'm going to message back like, it's fine, we're in this together.
She doesn't have a response.
Don't forget, Brina is the head of the research team and a lieutenant.
I do keep
Just-
forgetting she's a lieutenant.
She is a lieutenant.
Because she does not act like one. Except in this moment. Right. Okay.
She's a lieutenant on a scientific research.
I'm a research lieutenant. It's not great. And this has all been battle, but on the Templar was pretty good. Right.
So you find it. It's just off to the southeast of where you are. the trucking
yeah.
I
company.
called out to
Dropping
Almor,
out
going,
there.
Almor, we need you to steer. Aladine, we need you back in the crow's nest.
And Aladine has just reached the deck, carefully climbing down the rigging, and he just sighs and starts climbing back up to
I'm
the
sorry,
crow's
I'll
nest.
bring up your dinner to you. You don't have to come down for your dinner, I'll bring it up.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank
No
you.
problem.
You're going to climb up one-handed with a bowl of fish soup.
I've got Dimension Door, I can Dimension
Use
Door up
mage
there.
Use mage hand.
I
There you
don't
go.
have Mage Hand.
That's thinking with magic. So Olmorn comes running up the steps. He goes, "Where are we going?"
And I point to him on the map where we're going. I show him the map.
Right, and he just takes the map off you and goes up to the quarterdeck and straps it to the wheel of the ship, the helm of the ship, and he starts steering. As the crew all come out, and you were already, the pirates were trying to nick your ship, if you remember. So the rigging was already at sail, at half sail, but they pull it to full sail. And they start unmooring the ship from the dock. And just as they pull the gangplanks in, Scorchflame comes running back.
Scorchflame.
And he jumps. Scorchflame was a player character from a couple of hours ago.
He left the fight.
He left the fight. He ran. He comes running back,
Get the
jumps,
guard, to be fair.
and just grabs the corner of the gangplank as it gets taken away, and he pulls the gangplank down into the sea with him, and then swims up to the side of the ship and has to like climb up one-handed up the ladder, eventually putting it on the ship and coming on himself
Sorry, Scorchflame.
a little bit. Which he say, "Where are we going?"
We're going to
Manara Jam.
Manara Jam. We're going to Manara Jam.
"Oh, I realise I don't care." He pulls up the gangplank and goes down below the decks.
Okay. I would like to check and see if any of our stuff's missing.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Because apparently we're not getting much from Aurora, but that's okay. 10.
Oh, 10. You do not see that there's anything particularly missing. After all, the pirates, you reason, were going to try and steal your ship. It would be a bit silly to steal stuff off the ship and then steal the ship.
That's true. Okay.
So they were going to take the cannon, they were going to take everything
Including
with the ship.
Okay, cool. So, alright. Go back up to Aurora and say, I don't think anything's been stolen. I was looking really, really quickly, but I think we'll be okay. Someone will flag it up as soon as it happens. But it appears the cannon are all there. We should be fine.
The Vicious is reaching the horizon now and is sailing away off to the northwest.
That's fine.
Is everyone untied by now, or is that
Yes,
still an ongoing thing?
yeah. No, I mean,
I say, in that case, sorry.
no, I was going to say it's more or less ongoing, but it's an exponentially
Yeah, exactly.
decreasing
'cause,
problem
yeah.
because people are going to help as they get untied.
I say to
I've
Brina,
stopped helping untie.
Probably wise. Probably wise.
Stop it,
And I go up and can I bring in the captain? Is he still hanging up?
Huh?
The
Captain Evander.
Oh, yeah, no, you've just sailed off with him on your Absolutely.
Can I bring him in?
You bring him in, bring him up onto the...
Because I had a bit of a moment with
You
him.
did, yeah,
As
I
soon
remember.
as Brina sees this, she is so guilty.
Yeah,
So,
and his face is really bad. Like, he was beaten and tortured before they killed him. They've cut off one of his ears, they've broken both his cheekbones, his eyes, the eye sockets around are all crumpled, and blood all over his mouth, he's missing teeth, his throat has been slit, his arm is broken, it's really bad.
I think it's better every time we don't see this, to be honest. I need to roll
It's,
for her.
it's a closed
I
casket
need to roll
job.
for her.
Really bad.
She vomits a little bit away from Evander's body.
Sure.
Um,
She's
Like,
used to it by now. She
Close
just
his eyes and whatnot,
over the side.
Do all the
Yeah.
things that you
do,
do.
Well,
we've
we have
we've
told
got,
them.
we've
Try-
got clerics.
Yeah. Can now the Jurgen read his rights? Because that'd be funny.
What I'd
Olmorn
like
doesn't have Revivify yet, does he? So you try and close his eyes. It's not going to happen.
I want to
They're
talk.
too.
I want to talk to a cleric or someone, a doctor, because
Well, Olmorn is the ship's doctor, as
okay.
well as the de facto helmsman.
Olmon,
Aye.
I don't know how long it's going to be before we return to Lunas. Is there any way we can preserve Evander's body so that it can be returned to his family, or is the only option burial at sea?
Well, were we not out in the wilderness, so to speak, I'd say that we could vinegar it, or use one of the barrels of rum. You can do that if you want, or we bury him at sea. We have limited supplies, Sunshine.
Can I look over
And he
it?
said sunshine, which is he loves the light.
I have noticed that.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, he says sunshine. He calls everyone sunshine. You'll notice it now.
No, it was a pure joke.
Was Alistair going
Oh,
to?
sorry.
I was going to well, actually, firstly, I didn't hear that conversation, did I?
No.
So I'm just looking over the body then.
Okay.
If
No,
that's-
because you're
Haven't
right
mixed
at you're
feelings.
you're on the poop deck right at the front,
Yeah.
having just pulled him off of the stern of the ship, the masthead, main head.
I want to go to the captain's door.
Yeah, you walk down the quarterdeck stairs.
I know that I can't go through it. Can I message him through the door?
You see him and you point your finger, and yes, you find that you can message him through the glass, but not the wood.
Okay, so I message him through the glass.
Technically.
This might have to be like a couple of messages after each other. But I'll
Sure,
keep them
sure.
short.
But let's just have the conversation.
Yeah. Captain, Evander is dead. What do we do with his body?
Take one of the barrels from my personal stash. Preserve him in that.
And what do I do? Captain, I'm not a commander.
He comes and at that he opens the door and gestures you in.
Okay.
Shuts the door behind you. Relora, I told you that I made you commander of this ship because we need people who think outside of this military box that my head is stuck in. All I can do is hit things. I don't want to hit things. I want to be an ambassador of peace to this world. I want to get us home for Arzo's sake.
I don't know if I can defend every single person on this ship.
That's not your job. Your job is to defend the majority. And to be fair, it's my job as well. And he hands you a handkerchief from his pocket that he's been using to sneeze.
Can I tell? Should I roll insight?
Roll a perception check quickly.
That is 9.
9. No, you can't.
Yeah, so then she uses it, and she says, "Thank you for the barrel."
Of course.
Is his personal stash in his room?
Yeah.
Okay, she's really weak. She can't carry it,
He helps.
Yeah.
He brings it to the.
and he just puts it outside.
Puts it outside on the main deck and goes, I feel like what I would have done in that situation, if I were in that fight, I would have lost my head, I would have gone into my rages, you know what I'm like, and we would still now be chasing down that ship. He points at the dot of the Vicious on the horizon. And we might all be dead. What you chose to do was let a bad guy get away, but save everybody on board. Everybody who's still alive is alive because of you, Remora. And that's pretty damn good as a commander. I don't know, I feel like you're doing your job pretty well. But if you think about it for a few days and you don't want this job anymore, come and talk to me again.
Thank you, Captain.
You're welcome.
And I leave and I shut the door. I walk back up to the deck. I say there is a barrel outside the captain's
Right, oh.
door
Hang on.
for preservation.
I want to investigate for a keepsake for the family.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Sorry, I feel something really happy now. I just want to make sure that it's okay. My
It gets
investigation
intense
is
sometimes.
23.
23. Yeah, sure. He actually has folded up a small locket, closed, and folded up inside it is a small sort of watercolor cameo of him, a wife, and 2 children. Along with this, and the locket is silver and marked with this crescent moon. And along with this, you can find his captain's badge, his 5-pointed star that attaches him to the Thundercrest tiles, and his cloak is actually pretty in one piece.
Alright, I'm going to take everything and fold it up in the cloak.
And his sword, if you want.
I'll take his sword as well, and I'm going to take those all to my quarters.
Okay. And Olmorn looks at her. Right, shall we pop him in?
I help.
Okay, you lift open the barrel.
Yeah.
Olmorn lifts him up and carefully, but as ceremoniously as you can preserve someone in rum,
Yeah.
folds him in two and puts him in the barrel. And you close the barrel, and he just makes a magic mark on the
Yeah.
top,
So
just so no one drinks
confuses
from it. I have a really interesting, for those of you who know Trafalgar history, there's an interesting story about the rum that Nelson was preserved in, but we might go into that later. Where shall we keep this? Probably not in the captain's quarters, if you know what I mean.
Keep it in the gunpowder room, it's empty.
Right, down to the battery with this one. And you put it up, and a couple of Marines, again, showing what deference they can, but they're carrying a barrel down some stairs, down to the battery. And
It's
put
not
it
quite
away.
ball bearing, but
It's
yeah,
not.
Not quite.
It's not pole bearing at all. And there we are. Carl,
Yo, dinner's ready.
dinner has been ready for a little while. Yeah, absolutely.
I've been sitting in the kitchen, just kind of thinking everything over, and I don't know. I feel like I didn't do as well as I could have in that battle, but in the end, it all worked out, and that's all right. So I'm coming upstairs, and I got my bowls. And I put my head out, and I'm like, dinner's ready. And I'm coming, and I'm throwing things out, and then what I've done is I'm gonna take one of my bowls, and I'm gonna scale the thing and go have a chat with my new friend Aladine.
Aladdin.
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 So I'm going to grab 2 bowls, see that he's done this, and then just take another bowl to the captain.
Sure, absolutely. You take some food to the captain. Make an acrobatics check just to see if you can climb while you're holding 2 bowls of fish soup.
19.
19, yeah. You've done this before.
Yeah.
And you just pull yourself up the rigging one-handed, and Aladdin is there waiting. He goes, "Oh, I thought Brina was going to bring me this."
I'm like,
Takes
yeah.
the soup off of you.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to say, what happened? Why were you? How'd you get knocked out there? What was going on?
If I know, maybe I wouldn't have got knocked out.
Yeah.
Just- Everything went dark, and I fell down. I'm very glad that they didn't kill me.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing that I. Sorry, it's hot. Probably a good thing that they didn't manage to knock me out in the first place.
Yeah. You like the soup?
It's very good, actually.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
If I were to assign it a numerical number out of 20, I'd have given it 18.
Oh wow.
It's an
Cool.
excellent soup.
Thanks, Aladdin.
What is this fish?
It's just, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. I just.
That's fair. Considering we're in a completely new galaxy, why don't we?
It looked a
name
bit like cod, but to be honest, it gutted like cod, but it had 3 tails. So I don't
3
know.
tails?
Yeah.
Why don't we name this after you? Why don't we call it a Carlfish?
Carlfish. Oh, that sounds really great. Cool. Thanks, Aladdin. So
We should let the biologists know.
back home, yeah. So what do you say you and me go for a drink when we get back home, Aladdin?
Sure.
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, we can
Cool.
go down to the embassy when I get off shift if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Absolutely.
It's been a stressful few times, and
No, of course, man.
Yeah.
And he reaches out and pats you on the shoulder.
and I go.
listen. Do you need to talk? Are you?
No, it's good.
You
It's
sure?
good, Aladdin. Yeah.
Listen. 3 weeks ago, I was nearly taken away by an eldritch monstrosity, and I ended up having to ride it back to the ship like a darned griffin, and I'm still not over it.
I start to shed tears.
Did you see the Migo?
I didn't.
Imagine a dragonfly, but with these lobster claws and a horrible bat wings, and it was not a good day.
I want to go home, Aladdin. I want to go home.
So say we all.
Can I bring a bowl of fish soup to Relora,
Yeah, very quickly.
give her a smile, and sort of stand there awkwardly? And go, I think you're doing a spiffing job. And then I sort of start walking away and say, "That's probably the most genuine, kindest thing you'll ever hear me say."
I was just about to say she's so paranoid she was gonna call bullshit, but I think she might believe the second bit.
And as
She messages, she doesn't say out loud, she messages thank you.
okay, you just hear Renora
I
whisper,
pause.
"Thank you."
And I shout really loudly, "You're welcome!"
Yay!
And as the Spirit of the Horizon swings around the Trocken caldera and starts heading southeast, and as the bruised and battered crew come to terms with the fact that they might be here a lot longer than they wanted to be, that is where we're going to end this hour of Adventurers Watson.
That's fun.
That was awesome. We'll hand back over to Kat, RSM, for the outro spiel.
Thank you very much for coming along. Please do feel free to come back to either watch or play if you want to. Carla Cook here is having a blast, it feels, yes. Spread the word to everyone. You can check us out. We're streaming live on twitch.tv/AdventuresWanted, or you can catch our Twitter at Adventures250. We're like live tweeting and stuff. So check us out. Feel free to come back.
If you want to stay for the next hour,
I'm really
all
glad.
you've got to do is run downstairs.
Yeah.
Definitely. We've got 1 more hour left tonight, and we're here like every day from 10 to 3, then 5 to 10, apart from the 24th and 25th. So there's many more hours, but yeah.
Many.
We're only just a quarter of the way through.
Oh my.
Today we got to the quarter mark.
12:30 today, we were a quarter of the way.
Anyway,
Yes.
Johnny, would you like to plug your show?
Oh, yes. I'm in a musical that is a puppet musical that I wrote and made the puppets for and did all the songs and stuff. It's called Heartwood. It's at Venue 13 on the Mile every day at midday. It's brilliant, as you can see. I'm hilarious. So, yeah.
If you can buy Evolution in real life.
So, yeah, check it out. It's really good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, if you guys do want to come back up, then we can run down for a second and come back. Otherwise, we're going to have to ask you to leave because we've got really But hopefully
Yeah,
we-
please.
Hopefully we'll see you again.
Yeah, if you've got no other plans, please feel free to stay. Go refresh. Same for you, Ollie.
I've got to shoot.
You've got to shoot, but it's been
That's such a shame.
absolutely great.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
That's cool.
Oh,
Really
that's
good.
Brilliant.
How much